Greetings, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another episode of the Books of the Month, and I am your host, Dr. O.C. Pringle, and I am so excited to be sitting here with author Carol Messenger. She is the author of The New Humanity. You see this phenomenal book behind me. Listen, this is going to be absolutely outstanding and thought-provoking. Welcome, Carol. Is it okay if I call you Carol?
Please do.
Welcome to Books of the Month. Before we get into The New Humanity, tell me a little bit about you yourself.
I've been writing these materials since 1982. This particular book came to me in 1994 after the initial run. I'm actually writing several books on these topics, and this is the one that is the core message of all of my materials, which is that we are all one.
Okay, you stated it came to you. What do you mean it came to you?
It's a gift. It comes from the soul consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
I think of it as from angels. But I'm also a writer and a professional book editor, and so I feel like it's a team effort.
Okay, all in one.
All in one.
All in one. Okay, you were actually raised Baptist.
I was.
Okay, and at age 12, you wanted to be a missionary.
I did.
Okay, and at age 30, it says spontaneous mystical awakening into a higher awareness. Tell me a little bit about that awakening.
It was a strange experience, but it just came over me. I was actually in the middle of a life-threatening situation, and I prayed for the first time in 15 years for support. Suddenly I was aware of angel protection around me and guidance, and at the end of that, this whole new sense, this whole new awareness came upon me.
At the end of the prayer.
At the end of the experience.
At the end of the experience. Okay, pray for the first time in 15 years.
Well, you know, for me, spirituality is within.
Okay.
And I was living my life
Mm-hmm.
in my 20s or whatever.
Exactly, like everybody else.
Like everybody else.
And so at age 37, that's when you began to hear from angels.
And that's when the writings began. I was awakened in the middle of the night one night and said, "You agreed to do this." And I got, "Oh, okay."
Interesting.
So I did.
Interesting.
The thing I've known about, this has been the easiest part of my life, receiving this information and writing it, proofing it. It's been the easiest part of everything I do because it's so natural, and it's given in love, and it's for everyone. It's for all of humanity.
It's for all of humanity. So
Yeah.
tell me about the new humanity. Tell me about that. Very interesting topic.
It is, and it's that we are all capable of being our best selves. Everyone was born in light, and we are all capable of restoring and accessing that higher awareness within ourselves that we all have access to. It means that there are those among us, especially the newer generations, starting in the 1970s, but also since 2001, the younger generations are more aware and more compassionate. And it's a growing awareness and consciousness worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always look that way, but all we have to do is look at what the people are doing who are doing things that are not asked of them. The higher awareness in the children, in the younger generations, they have a sense of what's right, of taking care of each other, of helping each other, and of taking care of the planet and the animals. So they are the new humanity. We all have the capacity to be that person.
The younger generations.
In particular, but we all have access to it.
Okay. Why not the older generation? When you speak of the younger generation, are you speaking?
They're more receptive.
The millennials?
They're more receptive.
They're more receptive.
They're more open.
Okay.
And everyone else, it all comes down to having an open heart. And it really comes down to what this new age that we're in, it's really an age of compassion. that takes thousands of years for humanity to evolve into, but we already see signs of it everywhere
Why so long?
because we're slow.
We're slow. Okay.
I mean, I'm talking not of the individual, but of the whole.
Okay.
And every person matters. Everything each of us does in our actions and in our words makes a difference.
Is there a particular religion that introduces this concept?
It's for everyone.
It's for everyone.
There's
So
no-
there's no religion involved with it?
There's no limit to, it's a spirituality. It's not bound by any religion. It's for all faiths. It's accepting all faiths and all cultures because we are all a part of the planet and we are all part of each other.
Okay, so this is not Christian. This is not Islam. This is not Hinduism. None of that is just,
It's not limited.
it's not limited. So is that suggest that religion introduces limits?
What it suggests is that we all have our inborn character, which comes from the divine. And we express it in different forms, which is what religions are. Religions are our way of comprehending and learning to understand our spiritual nature. But we are all born spiritual.
I like that. I like that. Volume 1 of your book. Tell me about Volume 1.
It's the seed of all the materials that I write. It's a picture of how we can be our best selves here and now. What's our part? How can we contribute? How can we help ourselves as well as each other? And how we are all a part of one another. A part of that picture is looking ahead to doing our part, what we are evolving into as a people,
As one people.
as one people.
Okay. So do you find churches being receptive to your writings? Or have you even attempted to introduce this to churches or any particular
Well, I
religion?
hadn't thought of it until you guys invited me.
Okay.
And then I realized, oh my goodness, because I know that the work is divinely inspired and that it comes to me that way and for that reason. And in fact, I most recently, just as of January, started receiving new material from Jesus.
Tell me about receiving information from Jesus, material
Christ-
from Jesus.
Christ consciousness,
Tell me about Christ consciousness.
from the highest being,
So Jesus is Christ.
from the Christ
consciousness.
consciousness
Is that
as
stating
he
that
is today.
he's not a man?
No.
Has he ever been a man?
As he is today, it blew my mind.
No. I think what I'm trying to, I think what I'm driving to is this. The point that I'm driving to. Well, not a point, but a question. A question. You mentioned Christ consciousness. Has the Christ,
Yes,
in your belief, ever existed in the form of a man on earth?
well, of course.
Okay.
That's the person. This is all brand new, and I feel like it was that presence that is guiding me right now, and brought me here
Okay.
because all of the material is coming through that energy, through that source of awareness.
Okay, so once existed in human form
Yes,
on earth. Okay, but now he's not in human form. It's a consciousness. Listen, we're gonna
not
talk
the
more.
way, not the way we are.
Not the way we are.
He's done that.
Okay, listen, we're gonna be right back to hear some. I want to talk some more about this. Okay.
Okay.
Listen, you all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back to hear some more from Carol Messenger. This is good. This is good. Okay.
It surprised me.
This is awesome. All right.
So you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. And all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. Independence U for an independent you.
And we're back to hear more from Carol Messenger, the author of The New Humanity. Just before going to break, we were talking about Christ existing or the Christ existing as a man walking the earth, but now it's more of a consciousness. It's a state.
It's the state that he rose to,
Okay.
the divine awareness that he's in now.
And that must exist within us, correct?
It does.
Okay. Describe that. Describe that, because this is, would you consider your writings as new thought?
Yes.
Integrate Christ with that. I'm trying to figure that part out.
I see it as all one. I don't see any difference.
Okay. You see this all one. Okay.
Because the God consciousness, which is the source that I received through, sees everything as whole. And we are all a part of the whole.
Jesus talking to you.
The material he's been sharing with me since January.
Of this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm going to do in a podcast that starting soon. Grace and gratitude is the theme of the book, and it's short messages of how we can all be better, how we can help ourselves.
Okay.
A few meditations here and there.
You literally hear the voice of Jesus.
Inner thought.
It's an inner thought. So it's really mind.
Practiced inner thought.
Okay.
Because I've been at this since 1975,
Okay.
developing the attunement, and then in '82 started receiving and honed that for 12 years. The new material started coming in 1994, well, some in the '80s, in the late '80s, but it's a practiced inner thought. It's the discernment of how can you tell the difference? What is the difference? And when you know it's all for good, and you feel the love envelop you and pervade you, and you get chills with that God presence, then you know.
Then you will know. You feel it.
You feel it.
So hearing is actually feeling. And
It's
feeling
all
is-
part of the same thing.
It's all part of
I'm
the same.
getting chills right now as I tell this to you,
Really?
which tells me that whatever I'm sharing must be in alignment and must be okay.
Okay.
And it's also why I had no fear of doing this.
Awesome.
I had no fear at all of this. The flying in the airplane, that wasn't fun.
Okay.
But this part is easy for me because I know I'm here for the right reasons, and I'm only here to share what will help.
Awesome. Have you discovered anyone else delivering the same message?
I hear of people, I don't read other people's work because
Really?
I don't want it to color or influence
Okay.
my source. So I keep my channel pure. I'm only receiving what is given to me. But I now and then come across what other people are receiving, and I'm seeing confirmation. A lot of confirmation. I don't know of anyone, I haven't checked, who's currently receiving messages from Jesus, because it was a surprise to me. I didn't expect it. But anytime sooner than now, because I've been at this a long time, I would have thought, no, I wouldn't have believed it. But now I've been at it long enough that it's, oh, this is real. Okay, I'm here for you.
Okay.
It surprised me.
How often do you hear from Jesus?
Well, as often as I sit down to listen,
So Jesus is,
it can be every day, but it depends. It depends on when I sit down to listen.
okay.
It's all a question of stopping and being receptive to allowing it to come in. It's always there.
I love it. Why new? The new humanity. Scripture says there's nothing new under the sun. So why do you refer to it as new, the new humanity?
I would have to say that the materials are prophetic
Wow.
and that I'm part of the lineage of Samuel.
You're part of the lineage of Samuel.
Well, this is what I've been
Spiritually.
spiritually.
Okay. The prophet Samuel.
That's what I've been given since the very beginning.
Okay.
And that's what's guided me. But I didn't know until this year that it's like Jesus has been behind it the whole time, and I didn't realize because I wouldn't have accepted that. I would have not accepted because it's like too far out to believe, and yet now I do.
Baptist. You were raised, well, not entirely raised Baptist?
Well, I was.
Oh, you were? Okay,
Up
okay.
until I married.
Up
you
in-
know.
oh, well, yeah, that's raised. You were raised
Yeah,
Baptist.
up until I married, and then I went off to live my life.
What did this inspiration cause, or what did it do to your original spiritual conviction?
Expanded it.
So it didn't erase.
Oh no, it's an
Okay.
expansion.
It expanded what you believe.
That was a part of my foundation,
Okay.
but not all of who I am.
I love it. Say that again. It was a part of your
It was a part of
foundation.
my foundation, but it's not all of who I am.
It's not all of who you are.
I've opened myself up to receive greater light,
Wow. That's powerful.
which we all have.
So now we
The
have
thing
something.
is, we all have it.
We have something in common.
Good.
You have chills, I have chills right now.
Oh,
Because
good.
what you just said, that was a part of your foundation,
Yeah.
but that's not all to who you are. There's more to come after these
Well,
messages.
the more you open yourself, the more there is.
The more there
There
is.
is no end. It just keeps growing and growing and growing. There's limitless possibilities when you open yourself to the light.
I believe that. I strongly believe that. You are absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
You're absolutely phenomenal, Carol. What other portion of your book you think would really capture our listeners
Okay.
or viewing
Something
audience?
interesting. You want something
Yes,
interesting?
something
The
really
thing, a couple of things.
that'll make them go,
A couple of things that are really unique. Origins. That every one of us began as an angel.
talk to me.
All-
Because I know some people that I just don't believe they were ever angels
Well, maybe not in this body.
or hell's angels. No, go ahead.
Or
go,
in
go,
this
okay,
incarnation.
Okay, go ahead. All right. Before now.
All I know is, and I never thought about any of this
So we
before.
existed before now.
Oh, yeah, from the very beginning of the I am.
Start there.
From the very beginning, whatever, there was a void, the one mind, the one consciousness, the all that is, just created angels.
Mm-hmm.
And the angels just created the physical realities and the humans.
If there was another word for angels in the area of science,
Beings of light. They're not really,
they're not flying around in white dresses with
No, they're
wings.
not, and they don't have wings.
Okay,
They're
with
beings,
halos.
They're beings of light.
Okay,
Halo is just our aura, our energy, our light.
the aura.
That's all the.
Of
that's
course.
All it is.
Okay, so beings of light. What light?
The light, the light that is. Everything is light. What
Energy.
Energy. What I love about this material, basically, I'm a mystic.
Oh, you're really about to mess me up now. Listen, I'm gonna have to go to break. Wait a minute. You listen, Carol. You're throwing too much on me in one segment.
Well, here we go.
Listen, hold that thought. We'll be right back. Listen, this is a lot. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Listen carefully. If your student loan debt is overwhelming you and things seem hopeless, we've got great news.
If you're still struggling with your student loan debt, there are government programs available that may actually lower your payments by consolidating your federal student loans. Just call us. We'll review your situation and work with you to consolidate your debt. In many cases, depending on your situation, we can lower your monthly payments in half or more. It doesn't matter how much you owe or how far behind you are. Even if you're in default, call us right now to find out how we can lower your payment in half immediately. You can stop the harassing phone calls and the wage garnishments. All you need to do is pick up the phone and call us right now. We can remove your default status, consolidate your federal student loans, lower your payments, and we can do it today. Stop worrying. This is a real solution that can help. So please call us right now.
Call 800-981-7594. That's 800-981.
And we're back. I'm still here with Carol Messenger. And Carol, you are really taking me on a journey today. So we all existed
From the
because we
beginning,
were created from the light.
from the light.
From the light. And so then we were born into flesh.
Well, first we were angels,
We were angels,
and then some of us.
beings of light.
Some of us went beings of light. Some of us then went into form. Not all angels did, but
Okay.
some of us did.
Okay.
And once we got there, we have to then earn our way back.
earn our way back
And that's what
to,
we're doing. We're
earn our way back to,
to our fullness, to our full presence.
which is the light.
Which is the light.
So we can be in the flesh, but yet be,
But there are some people on the planet who do exhibit that angelic nature, and they're the ones that we
can that only come through a religion?
know.
Okay, so can a person not be a churchgoer and still obtain that level of existence?
Yes.
That is interesting.
Well, we all have it within us.
It's already there.
It's already there.
So what does church do for us then?
It gives us direction and guidance, guideposts, which human beings need,
On how to get there
on how to live a moral life.
and arrive at that place of enlightenment.
It helps,
It helps.
but it still comes from within.
It still comes from
We
within.
have to, it comes from an open heart and a compassionate heart. That's where everything begins.
So again, why new? Why the new humanity? Why new?
New visions, new insights, new possibilities, a new future.
New to that individual.
New to the society.
New to society. Okay, so it's already
In
been.
other words, the individual can do it now, but as the whole, as we are all a part of the whole, what the new humanity is the group growing, evolving.
Got you. I understand.
Okay.
I understand. That's really, really good. So we can find your book. Well, I have my copy now, but others can find your book, Amazon.com.
Yes.
They can go to Carol Messenger. You all can see that at the bottom of the screen. Carol Messenger. This is a very interesting cover. Who is that on the cover? Who's the man? Or is that a man? Or that's just a being?
It's a person. I wanted, because I did a new cover and I did a new version called Humanity 2.0 because I wanted a person coming out of the light, or into, as a part of the light.
Gotcha.
Because that's really what's happening to each and every one of us as we are open to it and being our best selves.
So this means nothing.
It means nothing. Well, I mean, we have to take care of it. But it's a tool. It's to help us be on the planet. But what we really are is what's inside.
That which is intrinsic.
That's right.
Is that our spirit or our soul?
I'm not sure about the difference yet. I know the soul is forever. Our spirit is, I don't know the difference yet.
I always equate the soul with the psyche. The spirit with the pneuma.
All I know is that the books come through my soul awareness, my soul consciousness.
Psyche.
I am a spiritual being in the body and doing my best to do my part.
I love it. I love it. And so Amazon.com. And what is the podcast Messenger of the Divine?
I have a brand new podcast that I haven't recorded yet, but it's set up, Podcast Messenger of the Divine.
Okay.
The first thing I'm sharing is the new materials I'm receiving from Jesus since January. I already got Grace and Gratitude is 38, and I started a sequel right after that, Return of All the Saints.
Wow.
And he says that he and all of the saints of all the ages, of course they can be everywhere at all times, but they are also embodied on the planet at this time to help us through this time that we are in, which is a transformation.
Are you familiar with the work of Neville Goddard?
No,
Okay. Reverend Ike?
no,
Carlton Pearson?
no.
No? Okay. You sound a whole lot like them.
Do I?
Yes.
Well, see, it all comes from the same place. It's a divine message. And this is what I love about just doing what I do, and then I get confirmation that other people are getting similar messages and information. And that's because it takes more than one to get the job done.
It takes more than one to
I
get
mean, we
this.
have a whole planet of people, and there's a lot to work with, and we have a lot to do. And so the more that speak up, the better.
The significance of prayer and meditation.
Yeah. Prayer, I find, I prayed and it changed everything. Meditation is where I tap into that higher awareness, and I write when I'm in deep meditation, because that's when I'm able to shut everything else out and just be present and hear clearly without myself getting in the way.
Without yourself getting in the way. I like that. Because with a lot of interference, there's a lot of noise.
There's so much noise. Yeah.
Even silent noise.
And that's why meditation is key to, and it's simple. I do my own routine that came to me, and it's what helps me to get there. And I know when I'm there, and at the end of that process, then it says, I am here.
Okay. My books are From the Soul, Gifts of Hope and Inspiration to Be Our Best Selves, to encourage us and lift us up. The deep pull in my heart kept me in this path. That is your personal testimony.
Yes.
I love it, Carol. Thank you for being with us on this another episode of Books of the Month. I've enjoyed talking with you. You're one of my favorite guests.
Thank you.
I mean, we have a lot of great guests. You're one of my favorite guests, and I'm sure what we've discussed has been quite thought-provoking. Those of you out there that have been watching and listening, listen, I want you to go to Amazon.com and order one of the books, Humanity 2.0, second edition, The New Humanity. Again, thank you, Carol, and thank you all for joining us. See you next week, same time, same place. God bless you all.
Millions of people today have no dental insurance. If you're without insurance, do you have a plan to care for your teeth without spending a fortune? Well, we do. Introducing Dental Plans. Dental Plans offers more than 40 dental savings plans from top healthcare brands. You pay one low annual membership fee and then save money every time you go to the dentist.
Dental Plans pays for itself immediately.
With Dental Plans, you choose your dentist. You can join today and start saving at the dentist tomorrow. There's even a 30-day money-back guarantee.
It was very easy to find a plan that met our budget.
There's no reason to not cut your dental bills in half.
You can get everything done that you need to have done, and it's still affordable.
So, if you don't have dental insurance, you now have a plan. Dental Plans. Join today and you'll save 15% off any plan. We'll even give you 1 month free with this limited time exclusive TV offer. Visit dentalplans.com or call
855-567-6668.
Does this sound familiar? You make the minimum payment, but the balance is still the same. You make a payment a few days late. Here come the late fees, past due notice, and the collection calls. We understand dealing with debt problems is not easy. It is stressful and hard, not only for you, but for your loved ones, your family. You're not alone, but you must understand debt problems only get worse unless you take action. If you owe more than $10,000 in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt, please take a minute and call the number on the screen. Learn about programs that have helped thousands of people get out of debt. Reduce your monthly payments, cut interest, and even settle your debt for a lot less than you owe. Save thousands. Get your life back. Call the number on the screen now. It's a free call, free information, and most importantly, you will have options. Remember, waiting will not make the problem go away. Call us. Our lines are now open.